So in the past, I've been accused of being a bit harsh towards crypto influencers, right? Because I don't really understand their role in the ecosphere, right? Um, and that's not what I'm here to talk about. I mean, I sort of am, but the reality is this: it raises very, very interesting legal questions. And this past week, we saw some news out of Australia as related to the imposition of fines against promoters of ICOs, right, who happen to be social media influencers or celebrities or the like. And like, as if I mentioned before, in the United States, if you're a paid promoter for a securities offering, you have to disclose that, right? So if I'm paid to promote some sort of penny stock, and this is where this law originates from, I can't just say, hey, go buy ticker ABC. I think it's great. If I'm getting paid, I have to say, PS, fine print, I got paid $50,000 to do this. Well, the same rules apply for crypto, right? They apply for crypto as well. So what you have is this sort of weird bifurcation, right? Because are you really promoting a security if you're an influencer, right? And the Australian rule wants to go a step farther, right? So here in the United States, it only applies to securities offerings and then in turn security tokens offering. And as you've seen with like the Floyd Mayweather case and stuff like that, they jumped on what were called ICOs, but in reality, those turned out to be unregistered securities offerings. But as we know, you can have an ICO. There is such thing as a utility token. The SEC's, admitted that. So if you're promoting an ICO and the token is truly a utility token and not a security, then in theory, there's no disclosure requirement in the US because you're not promoting a security. But it's very difficult, right? Because what we see is like the overwhelming amount of ICOs being deemed to be securities offerings, right? So you have to be very, very careful. But this Australian rule, and there's some talk here in the United States about adopting the same thing, applies to utility tokens as well, meaning like if I'm going to shill or promote an ICO, right, a true ICO with a utility token, then I need to disclose that I've made or been paid X to promote that token sale, right, irrespective of whether it's a security or not. And I think that's the way it should be, because what I feel like is so many influencers or quasi-influencers, self-anointed influencers or whatever, who can get a billion views on YouTube, which I think is great, they can promote something and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because like you have that much viewership and you say, well, ABC token's going to go to the moon. All your people may jump in it, right? And then it goes to the moon. So, and then you have this faux credibility about being some sort of market prognosticator, but you're not. You're just very good at like YouTube, right? You're very good at Twitter. A lot of people are, right? Look at like the nutraceutical business. Look at everything, affiliate marketing, right? It's all that. So it really has nothing to do with anything. But the reality is right now there's this hyper gray area in the law in the United States that says if we're dealing with utility tokens, right, we're cool, right? You can promote those all day and not disclose. So as an influencer, right, if you're out there, and I get questions and calls from a lot of people saying, can I promote this? Can I promote that? You have to be careful. You have to like insulate yourself. Ask for a legal opinion. Ask to see a legal opinion that says this token isn't a security before you promote it. Or just be uber cautious in the fine print. Throw out there and say, hey, listen, I got paid a bazillion tokens to promote the next shitcoin deal. Whatever the case may be, you have to be careful, because if retroactively a regulator comes in and says that's a securities offering and you didn't disclose what you got paid, you violated the law, right? As unwitting, as annoying as you could be, you're still in violation of the law. So it's a very tricky thing. Hit me up if you have questions. Happy to walk through it. Happy to look at different deals, give you my opinion. Adam at AdamTracy, TRACY.io, and I will talk to you next time.